Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we live and garden here in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Today I received a package in the mail. It was this plastic bag and all it had in it were these seemingly innocuous sticks. But this bag is from the Arbor Day Foundation and it contains trees. Yes, trees that I got with a donation to the Arbor Day Foundation. So I thought I would share with you today what I got, how they look, and what I'm going to do with them. So stick around and let's talk about these free trees that I got from the Arbor Day Foundation. A couple of months ago, I received a mailing from the Arbor Day Foundation asking me to complete a survey. And if I did complete the survey, then I would receive one free tree. And if I completed the survey and made a donation, then I would receive one free tree plus a few more free trees and other, perks of membership. So I thought Arbor Day, that is a really worthwhile cause. I thought, so I went ahead and I completed the survey that they had sent me and I made a donation. And for my donation, they sent me these free Bareroot trees. Now these are what are called whips. They are literally like first or second year growth off of a seedling. And so they're tiny, the tiniest thing. They're basically almost just volunteers. But they are free trees. And so I thought I would share with you what I got. They came wrapped up in this plastic bag. The roots are moist and they're covered with this moisture containing gel so that they wouldn't dry out in this bag. They came with some information about how to care for them, including an identification guide. So the way they have identified these is that they've painted the stems. They've put some of them in this red bag. The red bag ones are 2 Crape myrtles. They don't give me any sort of cultivar name. They just call them Lagerstroemia indica, which I'm guessing are a basic species type. It's basically one long stem and some roots that have been cleaned off. There's no dirt on these roots at all. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap them back up the way they came. And then let's talk about the other ones that are here. All right, the rest of them came wrapped up with twist ties here. Now, they're supposed to have paint on them. Let's see, there should be 3 eastern red buds. And actually, those are no paint. Then there should be 2 Sargent Crabapples, and those are supposed to have purple paint. 2 Washington Hawthorns, and those have yellow paint. And then 3 white flowering Dogwoods, and those should have white paint. Now, when I'm just glancing at this, the only thing I see is white paint. So I'm going to have to do a deeper inspection to see if I can find these other colors of paint that are supposed to be here. All right, I'm looking for 3 with white paint and 2 with yellow. All right, let me bring you over here closer so you can see these and see if you agree with me about what colors I think these paint colors are. All right, I'm pretty sure that these 3 right here, let me lift them up for you. White paint there. There should be 3 of them, and there are. Next, I think these are yellow. Does that look yellow to you? I think it is. And 2 purple. I mean, it looks kind of white until you put it next to the white. But together, I think it's clear that these 2 are purple and these 3 are white. And then these 3 don't have any paint on them at all. Nothing. Now it's a pretty good bet that I don't need any more trees on my property. These are all flowering, spring flowering trees. Let's see, I'll say again what they are. The ones with no paint right here are Eastern Redbud, Cercis canadensis, and they will grow to be 20 to 30 feet tall and 25 to 35 feet wide. and they get the bright pink flowers all along every branch and even on the trunks in the early to mid-springtime. They like acidic or alkaline soil, clay, loamy, moist or rich or sandy or well-drained, pretty much any soil if it's well-drained. And they want full sun or part shade. The eastern redbud has small rosy pink spring flowers that are followed by reddish purple leaves in the summer that turn yellow in the fall. And they have shiny reddish brown 2 to 3 inch seed pods that stay on the tree throughout the winter. There are 2 Sargent Crabapples. These have, first of all, they'll grow to be 6 to 10 feet tall, so a very small tree, and only 6 to 12 feet wide. And so these could go in a lot of different small garden spaces. They're a slow grower, less than a foot per year, whereas the redbuds are a medium grower, 1 to 2 feet per year. Okay, crabapples want full sun, and they like any kind of soil, acidic or alkaline, and they want their soil to be moist and rich and well drained. So clay soil is going to be a challenge here for these crabapples, but I'm going to see what I can do about that. Again, a short tree, 6 to 10 feet tall and 6 to 12 feet wide. So a nice small garden tree here. Now the Sargent Crabapple has profuse clusters of small, white, fragrant flowers in spring, which are followed by half-inch sized red berries that persist into winter and attract birds. New leaves are light green, later turning a darker green. These 2 are Washington hawthorns, or Crataegus phaenopyrum. Sorry, Latin teachers. I did a bad job with that one. Okay, these will grow to be 20 to 30 feet tall and 25 feet wide. They're medium growers, 1 to 2 feet per year, and they want to be in full sun. They take acid or alkaline soil. They can tolerate clay, which is good. That's what I have. They're drought tolerant. They also could live in loamy, moist, sandy, well-drained, or wet soil. Pretty much anywhere, right? Washington hawthorns. And they should have white spring flowers with red fruits that stay on the tree into winter. They have thorny stems with reddish purple leaves that change to dark green in summer and then to orange, scarlet, or purple in the fall. So I don't think that I've ever lived anywhere where I have hawthorns. So I'm kind of eager to see if I can keep these and live with them at least for a short amount of years so I can get a little bit of the value out of them. I certainly don't have room for all of these trees to live their entire life on my property here. I will definitely be giving away half or more of these trees, but I do have interest in seeing which ones I can make work here on this property. All right, now let's talk about the white flowering dogwood. There are 3 of them, and these are them right here. These grow to be 20 to 25 feet tall and 25 feet wide. They are medium growers, 1 to 2 feet per year, and they want to live in full sun or part shade. They will take acidic, clay, loamy, moist, rich, sandy, or well-drained soil. So it's good again to see that they'll take clay soil because that's what I have here. They have showy white spring flowers that are bracts, but they look like petals. And that is followed by half-inch sized glossy red fruits that ripen in the fall and linger into winter. Summer's dark green leaves turn reddish purple in the fall. And then finally, the 2 that were in this, these are the Crape myrtles, Lagerstroemia indica. There are 2 of them. And these will be 15 to 20 feet tall and 6 to 15 feet wide. They will grow a medium rate of 1 to 2 feet per year. They want to be in full sun, and their soil, they can take acid or alkaline soil. They're drought tolerant. They want moist, well-drained soil, but they're drought tolerant. I guess they could be either moist or drought tolerant. I don't know. And again, crepe myrtle flowers these are white, pink, or red, and there's no guarantee as to which color these are going to be. They bloom in the summer into fall. The leaves in the summer are dark green, which change into yellows, oranges, and reds in the fall, depending again on which shrub you have here. Exfoliating thin gray bark exposes a smooth, varied colored underbark ranging from brown to gray. So these are the trees that I have here. And I don't have room on our property for all of these. So I'm going to have to find a place for them to live. I think I'm going to talk to you a little bit while I package these back up because they're already starting to get a little bit dry. And I want to get this moisture gel back into the bag as much as I can so that they can stay moist until I get a chance to take care of them. Okay, so I was reading the instructions, and my initial thought on these was, well, I don't have room for all of these, and they're so small. I'll just put them all into a pot and have them grow in a pot like they're at a nursery for a couple of years even, until I have time, energy, and a place to put them into the ground for permanent purposes. Well, then I read in the instructions that they say don't put them into pots because that is too variable in water, is what it says. Basically, what they mean, I think, is you might forget to water them. So they're suggesting that you should not plant these into a pot so that you can treat them as if you're a nursery. So what they say instead, if you don't know where they're going to go permanently, what you can do is heel them into the ground. And that means dig just a shallow trench and lay them down in that trench at an angle so that their roots end up underground and the branches end up above ground, but they're low to the ground so that they're not getting whipped around by wind. They're probably not getting eaten by animals who come foraging for trees and shrubs that are upright, although that's no guarantee. Or you could plant them in a temporary location for 1 or 2 years, or even 3 years, and then in the late winter or early spring, you could dig them up, get a nice big root ball with them, and then move them into their more permanent location. So I don't know exactly which of those methods I'm going to use. I think I'll probably plant them in a temporary nursery location, but I just don't know where that's going to be. Almost all of these want to have full sun. As you may know, I am really limited on any space around here that has full sun. The only place really is in the center of my backyard or in my front yard. So I'm not exactly sure. I might go ahead and put some of these into pots just because I think I can care for them, especially if I get my drip system set up. Then I can put them on drip irrigation and they won't dry out. I'm not exactly sure. What would you do with these plants? If you had received all of these little teeny tiny baby whip trees, what would you do with them? Where would you put them? And would you share them with your friends? Would you sell some of them? I'm not going to sell them. That's not, I don't feel good about that since I got them for free. Would you keep them all? Do you have a big property where you could put them? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. My main point in telling you that I got them is, one, when you order bareroot trees, sometimes they come like this. And in fact, I have 3 service berries, Amelanchiae, I believe is how you say them, native service berries out in my property that came just like this 3 years ago. And right now, they're not much bigger than this, but a little bit bigger than this. I'm hoping this year they put on a lot more growth. There's one out in the front and there's 2 in the back. And I may have shown them on a couple of different videos over the course of the last year or so. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point, but mainly I wanted to show you what bareroot trees look like when they come to you. Sometimes their stems are a little bit longer, but this is pretty typical, I would say. And then I wanted to also kind of plug the Arbor Day Foundation. They do a lot of work with nature and trees for the United States. I don't know if they go beyond the United States in their scope. They're based in Lincoln, Nebraska. You can go to their website, which is arborday.org, and you can order trees and shrubs from them. They sent me a little catalog here that's got lots of beautiful trees. They do have cultivars, but they also have a lot of natives that you can buy, and there's lots of good information about the characteristics of the trees and what's good for your zone and all of that information. So go ahead and support the Arbor Day Foundation if you feel led to do that. And otherwise, that's what I have for you. It's freezing outside literally right now. I think we're at 29 degrees and it's snow flurries all day long here. Today is March 28th. So this is not the day where I'm going to go take these out and do anything with them. The next thing for me is I'm going to soak these for about 3 or 4 hours just to get the roots all moistened up again. And then I'm going to just put them into some dirt into a container, all of them in the same container, and just let them stay in that dirt for a couple of days until our weather here warms up enough for me to feel good about putting them out in the ground outside. And that'll give me some time to think about where I want them for the little tree nursery that apparently I'm starting to grow. If you have any questions or comments or ideas or any information about growing trees from bare roots like this, or if you're familiar with the Arbor Day Foundation or anything related to anything I've chatted about here, go ahead and put your comments down in the comment section down below. Let's have a chat about things and learn from each other and just have a good time down there. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. It really helps show this video to more people. The more people who like it, the more people will see it. I usually don't beg for that kind of thing, but once in a while, yeah. And maybe subscribe to the channel too if what you found here is at all interesting to you. I hope to see you again in another video really soon, friends, and I will see you later. Bye!